Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob and today I shall be attempting to take this Volkswagen Caravette from shabby to shiny. Now I know this is the Volkswagen camper van. I think other places call it the microbus, and probably different countries around the world or different people around the world call it by a different name. But for me, this old camper, one of my favourite cars, just amazing. I think one of the most iconic cars, you know, along with the Beetle as well, of that era. And probably one of my wife's favourite cars as well. And yeah, I might struggle to keep this one on my shelf or keep it, you know, for us. Of course, if it reaches 2,000 likes, it could be yours. And this one takes a little bit of a turn. I've actually had the replacement parts for probably a year, and I guess I've struggled with inspiration and want and need to do this one. But finally, I've come around to doing it, and I asked you guys at home, you know, what route we take today. But you'll see soon. But anyway, we drilled down the centre of the post and removed the flanges and tapped the holes, but I didn't actually even need to do that, but never mind. Check down in the description below, because the links to all the parts and pieces and tools and miscellaneous that I use is down in there on my Amazon pages. But yeah, going back to the casting, you can see there the little crack in that windscreen. There's a bit of a dent in this. Of course, we're missing those doors. And yeah, as you can see, I did drill here, but this is not part of the kind of casting to remove that base. I didn't even realise that. I didn't know that. Of course, I've seen true restorations of these, but you know, I've seen 1,000 videos since then, and yeah, I've forgotten. But actually, this base is held in by a couple of tabs. A little tab in the, you probably see through the front bumper and through the rear, and I'm thinking, why is this not coming off? But those rivets are simply to hold the seats in position on the inside. And it was only at this point that I thought, huh? What's going on here? I've just removed the base, but the rivets are still there. And yeah, I've just clocked on now that those rivets are just for those seats. And there's a tab there, front and rear, which simply keep the base in position. See the little slot in the rear there, and again in the front. But of course, I do want to strip this down properly, paint it up properly, so I will remove these seats. I could have, should have, possibly, maybe would have just kept those in position, but hey, no harm done. The little table there stays in position. That doesn't get removed. And yeah, it was at this point that I kind of went to my Facebook page, to my the YouTube, you know, the community section, but also my Patreon page. And in total, I had around maybe 100 comments on whether I should go custom or restoration. And it was around a 70% one way compared to the other. And like I say, I was torn. I was 50-50. That's why I asked you guys. And of course, I always follow what you guys want to see. Having these bits kind of in a little envelope to my side, I thought, you know, I wanted to do it justice, but at the same time, you know, I kind of wanted to do it. It's hard to explain, really. And I've got no kind of rhyme or reason in the kind of order that I do these customs or restorations. When I start a new one, I just pick out something that I think, yeah, I fancy doing that one today. I think if I had an order of stuffs that become almost a bit of a chore. And this is for fun, of course. But yeah, removing that window section there. Just needed a little bit taken off of those little rollover posts on the inside. But this is the replacement. Looks like there's a bit of a scratch on there, so we'll be polishing that out later. But just as a little trial fit there. Perfect. So getting excited already. Just kind of seeing that in position. And these are the replacement doors. Need a little bit of kind of, I guess, a little bit of attention to them. There was some flashing and some extra bits, and especially around those tiny little pieces there where it would fit the casting. And I wanted to give it a little trial fit of these doors. I tell you what, it's not easy fitting these. It's almost like you need another set of hands. Even more difficult when it's all painted and you don't want to scratch it. But yeah, with my big duck, of course there is a bit of a dent in that roof section as well, so they weren't sitting perfectly flat or straight. But here's a little idea of what she will soon look like. But yeah, before I go any further, I wanted to fix, there's a couple of little kind of crashed areas, I guess you could say. And I'll reach for my little jeweler's sand pad here, which certainly makes life a lot easier. Was not in my drawer, I'd been using it elsewhere, so I shall go and grab that and cut back. And what we've used in the heat, you know, through the camera, I thought perhaps won't be the most sensible thing to do. So as you can see now, introduce that little bit of heat there, give it a few little taps. On this side as well there was a bit of, and then yeah, with the heat, just kind of, you know, very light taps, just moulding it back into position. And then on this front A pillar there was a little bit of a bend there, so I just used my screwdriver to pull it back out very gently, not to break it. And that's what I find with die cast in general, it gets bent one way, you try and bend it back the other. It was at this stage that I kind of, you know, I did take the decision on whether to go custom or restoration. But into the foot-long hot dog jar goes all those pieces covered in boiling water, and of course a tablespoon of caustic soda. Swishy swish. But we'll put it to one side and let it do its business. And this little scratch here, that's going to be no good. We'll have to take that out using the little bit of plastic polish. And as easy as that, the scratch is gone, so we can move on. So I've left it now for probably half an hour or so. This water has really cooled off, as you can see. I can touch it, but yeah, a lot of that paint is coming off. I don't know, what do you think? Are we in for a 100% paint removal today? Could be. But holding the casting up here, just having a little look around. A little bit left there. So we don't have 100% today. Another little spot of paint there. Probably around a 98.73%, I think. Although on the seats and the base, all the paint was gone. Maybe I'll lift that up to a nice clean 99.23%. But yeah, looking at the Dremel, and give you a little sample of the roof section here polished up. So just to now make it look as shiny as that all over, before going into the paint, and we'll be using the Tamiya Fine Surface Primer in white. Looks good, all polished up. So there's the primer on there, and then we now go to the colour. Now previously on another video I've done the kind of two-tone, and I really like the look of that, but that's not how we're going to be going today. And as you can see, this is not the original lime green. I'm going with a light yellow colour all over, so this will be a custom today. The kind of theme that I was trying to achieve was that kind of hippie power, and I don't have too many decals that go down that kind of route. Well, none actually. What I've been able to use are some kind of, I think they're tattoos actually, but they really do stick well. Of course, most of my decals, or all of my decals, are automotive themed. So I have still though managed to pick out a few things just to make this one a bit of a fun kind of build today. But yeah, it's the following day, and as you can see, just a beautiful yellow, and I've already detailed out some of those chrome accents. And you've got the doors there also in colour. Some nice fuchsia wheels there. I kept the polished base, painted the table in black, and the seats there in a brown colour. But here's some of these stickers or decals or tattoos that I'll be attempting to put on this casting now. But yeah, this is the final result. As you can see, a little, was it a yin yang on the door there? Of course, those opening doors just to see through the interior. Little diamond on the side there. Like I mentioned, it's not like I have kind of flower power decals, so I use them sparingly. But a little star on the top you may just about see. Coming around this side, I think is a little bit better. Of course, you've got the big love heart, the peace, and then the dove. But those wheels, you know, you've got the kind of very well fitted window section there. Nice bit of a chrome detailing with the bumpers and the lights and the Volkswagen grille on the front there. You could just about see love across the roof section there. But yeah, with 2,000 likes it could be yours. But anyway, massive thanks to my patrons. Thanks a lot, guys. And thanks for everybody else that watched. Please do comment, like, subscribe. Check out my Amazon affiliate links. And I'll see you soon on the next one.